Hello every pony, this is Melanie Scratch here to read you That's All by Archmage Ludicrous. I am going to get started, so hope you enjoy. Hat. Ponyville wasn't acting incredibly out of the ordinary. The sun shone brightly, celestial light smothering the land injubiantly, the clouds positioned curiously by the Pegasus, casting shadows over just the right places. The day was tranquil, cool, and simple, just as most ponies liked it. Pinkie liked all days in Ponyville, though. She had always been happy wherever she went and everywhere she would go. Pinkie liked to think of all kinds of things, but most of all, she loved to think of nothing. Not to say Pinkie was dumb or thoughtless, but that she found it easier to be cheerful when she didn't think about it. And when she was happy, other ponies were happier. And when other ponies were happy, it made Pinkie happy. That's why Pinkie didn't think much of where she was going as she bounced all over Ponyville, making the lives of others brighter wherever she went. Of course, not paying attention to where one's going does have certain downsides. Pinkie realized this and always made certain to apologize whenever she bounced into anything.
Oops, sorry, Applejack. Silly me. I should really watch where I'm going one of these days.
Pinkie looked about her, observing her immediate surroundings quickly. She was on the bridge, and Applejack was hitched to her apple cart. She must have been about to set up for the market. Pinkie loved the market. It was always so much fun. Pinkie also saw that Applejack was saying something. She loved Applejack, just like all of her friends, so she made certain to listen. "My hat! Pinkie Pie, quick, grab my hat!" Oh no, she must have knocked off Applejack's hat. Quickly, she looked up. She saw the hat caught by the wind, slowly wafting above the Ponyville River. The Ponyville River wasn't very wide. A fast-flowing river that was only half a meter deep could sweep a small pony away, though. That was more than enough to sweep a hat away. Pinkie Pie would have to jump to get the hat now.
I'm sorry, Applejack, I'll get it.
Pinkie Pie knew a lot of things. One of those things was that, not thinking was great. Thinking quickly could help ponies. And ponies that you help were even happier than the ones who see you happy. Not to mention, Pinkie knew that Applejack's hat was special to her, so Pinkie leapt at it. Her pink legs curling up like miniature pink springs as she jumped as high as she could to grab the Stetson in her teeth. Even as she cleared the ground, however, she realized that she should have thought faster. If she caught that Applejack's hat, she'd just end up dragging it into the river, and that would ruin it. Pinkie's mind clocked into overdrive, whirling among abilities as she searched for a solution. As she reached the hat, she realized that grabbing the hat was the best she could do. If she didn't, it would fall in the river anyways. But if she snagged it, then she would at least have it with her. Clutching her jaw, she was suddenly overcome with a sensory overload. As a baker, Pinkie's sense of taste was very well developed. Being Pinkie certainly helped too. This hat tasted of a lot of things. She tasted layer upon layer of dirt, applied with care over the year. As this hat wore them all, like the rings of a tree. She tasted every year of dirt, intermingled with the sticky taste of apples that the hat's owners have knocked off the countless trees for generations. She tasted kind ponies and harsh ponies, smart ponies and dull ponies, strong ponies and weak ponies. But most of all, she tasted the years beyond count. The hat with age unfathomable. She tasted apples. She tasted apples. The apples. All the apples together. Pinkie realized something. This hat was not Applejack's. It was the Apple family hat. And was a hat that would never belong to any pony. It belonged to itself. And as Pinkie neared the river, she realized something else. The Ponyville River was a meter deep. She was a small pony. A crash jolted through the air as Pinkie and the hat landed in the water. Fighting the current, Pinky fought to keep the hat above water. The light blue water drove Pinky into a rock. She gasped, the air nearly knocked out of her. She wasn't going to give up her struggle, though. Rolling in the water, Pinky pushed down harshly on the offending rock. Pinky tumbled forward in the water. The hat repeatedly dunked in the unforgiving liquid.
No!
Pinky thought.
This hat needs to get back to Applejack. She needs this hat to be her. It's the apple hat.
Kicking out her legs to seek a perch, she found the ground. Turning forward, she presented less surface area to the current. She held steady in the river, then turned quickly. She bounded out of the center of the river towards shallow waters. Rolling under the steady current once more, she dug into the ground and charged at the shore, finding perched and stumbled out of the current onto the bank. Pinkie Pie! Pinkie Pie, are you all right? Applejack shouted, pulling her cart down the other end of the bridge, spilling apples left and right as the two-wheeled raggedy cart bounced up and down. Pinkie Pie! Applejack repeated her question, her voice as drenched and concerned as Pinkie was with water. Pinkie just laid on the ground, sobbing, finally responding to her friend's repeated call. She mumbled something. Applejack saw Pinkie speak and sighed in relief. Pinkie, you downright scared me. I was worried about you. Can you stand up? Are you all right? You can move, can't you? Pinkie let out a bawl, tears streaming down her eyes as she sobbed. Pinkie! Applejack shouted, voice cracking in fear. Don't worry, I'll get someone to help. There's a hospital nearby.
I'm so sorry.
Pinkie broke out, sniffling terribly.
I killed it. It's broken.
What's killed? What's broken? Did you break a bone? Don't worry, I'll be... Applejack cut herself off as she finally saw her Stetson laying out in front of Pinkie. It might have been able to survive one soaking, but when Pinkie tumbled with the rock, a big tear had formed on the top, where Pinkie had been holding it. The following combination of movement in the water had spread the wear on the already damaged hat, tearing it clean in half. Smiling at Pinkie, Applejack unhitched herself from the cart, walking over to her sobbing friend, and sat down beside the chrome pink pony.
I'm sorry, Applejack, Pinkie whispered. I'm sorry. I ruined it. I understand if you never want to be my friend again.
Sugar Cube, I'm glad you're all right, Applejack said. I was worried you were ruined. She chuckled. I'll never be able to forgive myself if you got hurt yourself getting my hat for me. Pinkie looked up, pouting.
Wouldn't?
Of course I wouldn't. Applejack wrestled her friend into a big hug. I just never forgive myself, that's all. Pinkie giggled for a second, then remembered the circumstances. Then she lodged a stammering, sniffling protest.
But your hat. I broke your hat. I broke the hat. It's completely unfixable. It was an Apple family heirloom. Aren't you mad at me?
Applejack pulled Pinkie off the ground. How'd you know it was an Apple family heirloom? I got it from my pa, who got it from Granny Smith, who got it from... darned if I know. Applejack said...
It tasted funny.
Applejack opened her mouth to argue for a second, but then shook her head. You really are a mystery, Pinkie. Pinky. Come on, let's get you somewhere to dry off before you catch a cold. You're already sniffling, and I don't want you to get sick of counting over a hat.
I'm a mystery. What about you? I destroyed a family relic and you're not even upset.
Pinky, Applejack said flatly, turning to the baker. It's just a hat. That's all it is at the end. All it will be. A hat. Now come on, I'm sure Twi got a fire going, and if she doesn't, Spot can light one up for you. Following her friend, Pinky watched as Applejack hitched herself to the apple cart and began trotting towards the library, away from the market. Stopping herself before saying anything, Pinky shook her head. It was just Applejack being Applejack. Okay, thank y'all for listening. Please subscribe and leave comments below.
And please, request other fanfics I should read because I really need more, even though I kind of have a book already full of them. But by the end of the year, I hope I get this book all done well, actually, the end of next year because it's the new year soon, and I would only have 2 days. So yeah, please subscribe, leave comments below, and thank you for listening!